Everyone thinks they know who they are. They're wrong. The very notion of self feels solid, immutable. We walk through life, accumulating experiences, building memories, believing in a core identity that remains constant. Yet the ancient paradox of the ship of Theseus challenges this fundamental assumption, forcing us to confront the fluid nature of who we are and what truly endures. Imagine a legendary vessel, the ship of Theseus, preserved for centuries. Over time, each plank, mast, and sail slowly decays. As parts wear out, they are meticulously replaced with new, identical pieces. Eventually, not a single original component remains. Is it still the ship of Theseus? This isn't merely a philosophical parlor trick. It's a profound thought experiment dating back to ancient Greece that cuts to the heart of identity. Plutarch, the Roman biographer, noted this very conundrum, observing how the Athenians themselves debated the ship's continuous identity. The paradox deepens when you consider a second scenario. What if all the original discarded parts were collected and reassembled into a new ship? Which vessel, then, holds the true claim to being the ship of Theseus? The one with the unbroken lineage of function, or the one comprised of the original materials? This dual challenge isn't abstract. It's a mirror to our own lives. Our bodies, for instance, are in constant flux. Nearly every cell in your body is replaced over a period of years. Skin cells every few weeks, liver cells every year, even your skeleton regenerates entirely over a decade. The person you are today is not physically the same person you were 10 years ago or even last year. Yet, you feel like the same you. This biological turnover echoes the ship of Theseus, begging the question, where does our physical identity reside, if not in our constituent parts? Beyond the physical, our minds are equally dynamic. Our beliefs evolve, memories fade or are reinterpreted, personalities shift with experience and age. The person who was driven by ambition at 25 might seek tranquility at 50. Is it the same self or a continuously evolving entity? Stoic philosophers, keenly aware of life's impermanence, grappled with similar concepts. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, observed the ceaseless change of the universe, including ourselves. He understood that attachment to a fixed self was a source of suffering. For the Stoics, true identity wasn't in the decaying parts, but in our reason our proherses our faculty of choice. This inner citadel, our capacity to choose our responses to life's inevitable changes, was the only truly enduring aspect of the self. It's the captain steering the ship, regardless of its planks. Consider the implications. If our self isn't defined by its physical or even mental components, then what does that mean for personal growth? It suggests that change isn't a threat to identity, but rather an inherent part of it. We are not static statues, but flowing rivers. This perspective can be immensely liberating. It frees us from the burden of clinging to past versions of ourselves. The mistakes of yesterday, the limitations of our younger minds, they were parts of a ship that has already been, in large measure, replaced. Instead of asking, am I still the same person? A more fruitful question might be, am I aligning my choices, my proherses, with the virtues I wish to embody now? The ship's purpose, its journey, often remains constant even as its materials change. This is where the practical application of Stoicism shines. It encourages us to focus on what is within our control, our judgments, our desires, our actions. These are the planks we choose to install, the direction we set for our personal vessel. Think of a professional who pivots careers later in life. They might shed old skills, acquire new knowledge, even adopt a different lifestyle. Are they a different person? In many ways, yes. But their underlying character, their commitment to learning or contribution might remain the enduring core. The ship of Theseus teaches us that identity is not a static state, but a dynamic process. It's not about the materials, but the continuity of structure, function, and purpose. For us, that means the continuity of our character, our values, and our conscious choices. It implies that growth is not a departure from the self, but an enrichment of it. Each new experience, each challenge overcome, each lesson learned, these are new planks, fortifying the ship, allowing it to navigate rougher seas. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by change, or question who you've become, remember the ship of Theseus. You are not defined by the fleeting parts, but by the continuous journey, by the decisions you make, and by the enduring purpose you strive to uphold. Embrace the flux. Understand that your essence isn't a museum piece, but a living, breathing, evolving masterpiece. Yourself is the ongoing act of becoming, guided by your inner wisdom. Explore how embracing impermanence can lead to greater freedom in our next reflection.